welcome back to my channel, and again, it's me again, Chinky. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and it's gonna be a very productive day ahead. To start it off, I've decided to arrange these pictures in the album where I compile all my photos and moments together with my partner. I personally love taking pictures and collecting photos, which I print out, for I believe pictures preserve memories. Life lately really humbles me, and what I realize all throughout my life journey is that you must never take your health for granted for the sake of pursuing your career or any goal. So lately, every morning, I'm warming myself up and I do some stretching. You know, guys, ever since I did that routine, I became more energized and fueled, and it really sets my mood.
Hi guys, for today's vlog, I'm gonna show you how I make my overnight oats, and it's very easy to make with all the ingredients I have here. You just have to mix it and prepare it at least overnight.
What I love about overnight oats, taste-wise, it's so good. It's really something that satisfies my hunger. It's so easy to make, and not just that, I love it because it's pretty loaded with fiber, a really good source of fiber for your daily need. And speaking of taste, you could play around the flavors and toppings you like to have in your overnight oats. As long as you know the base of this overnight oats, which is the yogurt, milk, chia seeds, and rolled oats, you could play around with a lot of possible flavors and textures that you want to add in your overnight oats. I personally love adding frozen or fresh fruits for my overnight oats, but some do prefer dried ones. I also like adding spirulina powder, which is good for our immune system and as an antioxidant. As what I've said, it's very easy to make. Just mix all the ingredients in a jar, then mix in all together, then cover and chill at least overnight or at least 5 to 6
So
hours.
these are my overnight oats, and I'm gonna put it in the chiller for overnight, and I'm gonna enjoy this by tomorrow for my
One of my joys would be flowers. Anything floral, it makes me really happy. And I also love styling our home, so whenever I have flowers in our garden that I could pick, I put it in a jar and it's something that gives me great joy. And I realized I'm such a simple person, easy to find joy. And that's what life has to be. We should be grateful always. From small things, big things, and everything in between, there's a lot of reason really to be happy about. And look what I found early this morning. Usually I eat these dragon fruits as is, and it's even better if chilled. But today I decided to make a special drink from it. I think it would be better and perfect with milk and gelatin bits. And here's another too. It's gonna be perfect with yogurt or for my morning smoothies.
Wow.
So start by using melon baller tool to create these ball forms. I know it's gonna be time consuming, but promise it's all worth it. So place all your formed dragon fruit balls in a pitcher. Then the rest on its rind, scrape it off gently, and we'll mash it later on. By mashing it all up, it adds more depth of flavor onto the drink. Anyway, this step is a must for us to achieve a more flavorful drink. Then you can now add in your chosen milk. Mine, I added soy milk. Then don't forget to add in lots and lots of ice. In my drink, I want certain texture as you sip it, so I decided to add in some gelatin. Simply cook your gelatin with water. Then here's my technique. I pour it gently in the ice to get this kind of gelatin form. Believe me, it's so good and refreshing. You have to try this out. Meanwhile, I'm also making Vietnamese-inspired spring rolls for our lunch. In here, I'm making homemade wrapper because I ran out of lumpia wrapper. So I decided to do it from scratch. It's just a mixture of flour, a pinch of salt, and water. For its filling, just toss together cooked vermicelli noodles, shrimps, minced cabbage, onion, paprika, salt and pepper, and egg. And it's best paired with garlic aioli dip, which is a mixture of mayonnaise, roasted garlic, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and sugar. Alongside, I'm also making this barbecued chicken for our lunch. My sister and niece is coming over, so it's gonna be extra special. I hope they will like it. The following day, I made these homemade spinach egg noodles. I will cut it into small chunks, and I think it's gonna be perfect for my creamy mushroom soup, which I will cook later on. And in cutting the noodles, it's up to you how thick you want it to be. And also mine, I like cutting it in chunks. Here's my go-to and all-time favorite soup, and I'm gonna toss in some leeks. Adding noodle chunks on your soup adds more fun in eating your soup, plus it can get you feel fuller. One fun fact about me is that I'm really a morning person. and I can live a day getting energized without having a good breakfast. And for me, I like my breakfast balanced and filling at the same time. It helps me get energized all throughout the day. So breakfast is something I can't really miss. So every morning, I prepare a yummy and healthy breakfast for us. Today, I made scrambled eggs with spinach. Start by sauteing your leeks or your onion and spinach with some oil. So cooking these scrambled eggs would just take less than 1 minute to prepare. So this is perfect especially if you're in a hurry. You have your protein coming from the eggs and fiber from the greens, the spinach. And meals doesn't have to be complicated for it to get nutritious and delicious. Alongside, I also air fried some chicken spring rolls, my mom's request. Getting this air fried saves me from using too much oil, thus it's healthier. Finally, I'm done preparing our breakfast. Let's now eat. By the way, let me share with you as well the highlight from the previous month of October. I was able to join in a certain contest with MOPA MPC and BSF cooperatives as a representative from Orion Municipality. Presentation and creativity 25%. I had this week-long preparation to conceptualize everything, and though we weren't able to get the top prize, still the joy and the teamwork we all shared together were all considered a winning moment indeed. And after the international cuisine contest, we also had some Zumba activities and games for us to have fun with. It's a sunny morning today, and the weather brings comfort, making me in the mood to work for today. I'm gonna bake matcha flavored cake for tomorrow's order and delivery. To those who don't know me yet, I'm a baker by profession, and my specialty would be customized cakes. I've been baking for almost 14 years now. Still, I find it joyful and enjoyable every time I bake. It's not just a career or profession, but I can also say it's my passion too, as to vlogging. And sharing moments like this in my YouTube channel is my way too of documenting highlights of my life, so after years and years, I could still watch this moment over and over again. And here in my channel, I just want to share everything that I love and everything that I'm passionate about as I move forward in life. Truly, life is beautiful, and it's how you perceive and live your life that makes it even more beautiful. And after baking the base of the cake and letting it cool down, it's now time to assemble the cake. Can't wait to finish this and get it delivered by tomorrow. Anyway, this past month, my cousin and I went to Manila. She has some errand to accomplish there, so I joined her. We traveled early so we could be early for her appointment. And after, that's the fun part. It's so much fun. I look forward to more moments like this. We had a blast, and thank you at Irene. Now that you're in London, let me say I'm very much happy of what's happening in your life now. You are blessed, and everything serves a purpose, and now is your reaping season. Can't wait to see you again soon. Love you! Back at our pond, now I'm gonna share with you my recent discovery. Tatay caught some crab earlier, so instead of steaming it, I decided to make crab and potato croquette. First, boil your potatoes. Don't forget to season it with some salt. Doesn't matter what size, cause later we'll be mashing it. And since I use marbled potatoes, I just wash it with skin on. But before you boil your potatoes, make sure to wash and clean it thoroughly. And this is the crab, I just steamed it earlier, and we'll remove the flesh part of the crab. And this special tool for crabs is very useful for me to get even the tiniest bit of flesh on every corner of the shell. I know it's very time consuming and labor intensive, but it's all worth it. And finally, here's all the crab meat that we gathered. And now we'll proceed by sauteing our aromatics. Just saute the onion and garlic with some butter over low heat. And once the onion gets translucent, now it's about time to add in the flour. By the way, if you want the complete list of recipe for this croquette, I'll be sharing this in the description box. Don't forget to mix everything vigorously once you put in your flour. Then after a few seconds, add some evaporated or fresh milk. Here's my recent discovery, the Parmesan and garlic powder. I'll be adding a teaspoonful of this, but if you don't have any of this, of course you can use any cheese you like. You could use some real Parmesan, cheddar, or mozzarella if you want that stretch. Add some minced red bell pepper. Adding this really elevates the flavor of your croquette. As you can see, it turns as a thick paste or dough consistency. So we're good to go, and then I'm gonna add the mashed potatoes at this point. Also in with the mixture, the crab meat. Actually, it's my first time doing the croquette, and I'm totally blown and surprised how delicious it turned out. Actually, at this point, you can taste the mixture for you to try if it's good for you already. But if not, you can still add some salt or pepper to taste depending on your liking. And for the dip, you can make garlic aioli dip by just mixing mayonnaise, roasted garlic, salt, sugar, lemon juice, and ground black pepper. And once the consistency turns like this, then turn off the heat. Put in a bowl, let it cool down before we proceed coating the mixture with some breadings. For the breading mix, first we have flour with some of my Parmesan garlic seasoning, then also grab another bowl for your eggs and beat it. And on the last bowl, the breadcrumbs. One trick for you not to get too messy handling this croquette mixture is by putting oil on your hands or on the scooper or spoon you'll use to scoop the mixture. So I use ice cream scooper to get consistent size of croquette balls. Start off by dredging the croquette balls with the flour mixture, next with the eggs mixture, and lastly coat it with the breadcrumbs. And look at that, so we're now ready for frying.
Hirap to, nagpunta tayo sa palengke eh.
Back at the pond, it's our harvest week.
Ayos na, pagkain eh. Unatin.
We have shrimps, talangka or crablets, and as you can see, there's bangus, but it's still so small so we put it back in the pond.
Malinis
Gonna sell this online and get it delivered the following day. And though I'm quite busy in life in general, still I find everything joyful. And it's really true that if you love what you do, you'll never get tired. And it made me realize as well that we are blessed in a way that we must not get stressed or overwhelmed with our activities in life. Because life is beautiful and let's not forget to be grateful always. For a grateful heart always attracts blessings. And we must remember we are all blessed for us to be a blessing as well to others and for us to be a channel of that blessing, especially to those who are in need. And by the way, here's what we harvested for this night. It's gonna be all delivered by tomorrow. What a lovely harvest. Thank you, Lord. And this sums up everything for this vlog. Again, thank you, Chinkers, for sharing with me your time on watching my vlog. I appreciate all of you. Till next vlog. Bye!